channel. If you're new, I am Sandy, and I am just doing a little playing today. I got a new embossing folder, this poinsettia. It's a Tim Holtz, and I think it is just really pretty. So I was playing around using some craft cardstock, brown cardstock, and embossing. And then the other new products I am trying are these distress crayons, and they have little pearlescent, what they call it, pigments in there. And so I have these colors. These are the Christmas ones that they released this year, and I caught them on sale. It was either scrapbook.com or Joann's for 40% off, I think. Maybe 50, but I think it was 40. And so I used those to put color on. And can you see that? Yeah, you see that pearlescent glow on there, or shine. And then I took this Distress Oxide Tattered Rose and put that on there to give it a little additional interest. And I really like how those turned out. And I thought these would be fun to put. I could either make gift tags out of these, or I could put them on cards as a card and make tiny little Christmas cards with them. So I'm working on playing around with that. And what I wanted to try this time is I wanted to try some black cardstock with this embossing folder. And one little trick that Tim Holtz is just to spray just a little bit of water on the paper, and it helps the embossing impression go better on the paper, because the water kind of loosens the paper up a little. And on an embossing folder, there's an indented side, and then there's a raised side. So as you go over this, it's bumpy, and as you go over this, it goes down. And what I normally do, and you see the paper curling already, what I normally do is I put the indented side down so that the bumpy side is being pushed down. And then for this, I'm using my Sizzix. It's the fold up Big Shot. I forget what it's called, but these fold up for easy storage. And the other thing I've learned is to angle your embossing folders, because when it's straight on like this, it's really hard for the machine to accept it. But if you put it at an angle, then it's just taking a little bit of the embossing folder at a time. And then I just use the platform and one of these plates, because this is such a thick embossing folder. And then I'll just put it through. Oops, sorry about that, y'all. And then we'll see how it looks. Oh, look at that. Isn't that stunning? And so I'm going to try these pigment crayons on this. So I'm going to do one more, since I've kind of got it all set up. And I'll show you how these crayons work. I'm not an expert on the crayons, but I'll kind of show you. How I'm doing it. And of course, I watched Tim Holtz do it to get an idea. Oh, I do really like this on the black. That is just stunning. Okay, so I got two, so let's put this aside. So how is everyone doing today? Let me know what you're up to. I think I have recuperated from the craft fair. That was a lot. Let me zoom in here so y'all can see a little bit better on this. But it's been a busy week. Have y'all finished Christmas shopping? I haven't. Got some more to do. Let's make sure y'all can see this okay. Zoom in a little bit more maybe. So the colors I'm going to work with are the tart cranberry and the cocktail party. And if I like these, I might start buying more of these. This is my first foray into these crayons. So here's what the image looks like. And what Tim does, you can just color on the paper if you so choose. I had a little sample here. Not sure what I did with it. But you can just color on and then smudge it. You can also put it on and then pick it up with your finger and then put it onto the paper. But he kind of just colored it onto his fingertip. And I like this. I think this option works well. And then you just kind of put it on where you want it on the paper. Color it on and then smush it around. So the red is pretty subtle on this black paper to start with, but you just kind of keep layering it and layering it. And I'm going to try the pink, thinking the pink might show up even better. Again, I'm just putting it on my finger. Oh yeah, I think the pink shows up a little bit better. Got it on my fingernail. And then here is a brown cardstock for reference. I'm gonna try some more red. And you just kind of go over where it's raised. And the color kind of comes off and lands onto the cardstock. Yeah, that's really pretty. I don't have a yellow one of these crayons because you know the center bead, little part of the are supposed to be yellow, but I think that's okay. Oh, see that shimmer on that? That's just gorgeous. Like that. So let me do the other. Flowers, and then we'll do some of the leaves. But these would make really pretty gift tags for sure. And then you could get another piece of maybe like Christmas paper and mat this and then put it onto a Christmas card. And I think it would make a pretty Christmas card as well. Yeah, that's pretty. I'm gonna put a little bit of pink on this one. I just lightly go over it. And then there's like one little kind of flower petals over here. And of course, you don't have to do it exactly like that. But and then put a little bit of red. Oh, that's just, I don't know if that shows up well. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. It's a different look than this one, but I like it. So let's try a little bit of the green. So I'm going to start with this fresh balsam and then Mary Mint. And I think the other thing, you know, from a journaling perspective, I'm going to start with this fresh balsam. And then what's nice is this is all water based. So I'm just taking a little baby wipe, but you could spritz a little water on there and dry it off with a paper towel. But these would be beautiful in journals. Getting some on my finger. And then just rubbing over the leaves. You can see the leaves start to pop out. And I'm trying to do the branches as well, or the stems. Get a little green on them. And then since I don't have the yellow, I'm just putting a little, oops, that's way too much. If you get too much, you can just kind of work it out like that. And then I can go back in and I can add, so I'm gonna use a different finger and add a little pink on there. So now I'm going to try some of this green, the Mary Mint, and this is really pretty too. I don't know how they get that pearlescent pigment in there, but I like it. I love how you just kind of lightly press your finger over the leaves and the pigment just kind of goes onto it. More red in here. That looks really pretty. I really like that. Can y'all see that pretty good, that shimmer? And then what I'm going to do is I'll show you how I added this onto it. I don't have a white, so I thought this tattered rose just might complement since I don't have white. So again, this is another trick. I need my big shot. And let me zoom back out. There we go. So what you do, so you have your item, and then you take your ink, and on the indented side, the side, not the raised, but the indented side, you just take your ink pad and kind of rub it on there to get some ink. And it doesn't really go down. into the indented section. It just kind of goes up on the flat section on this side. And then you just line this back up into your design. Where it's sitting back down in there. And then you run it back through. Oh yeah, I hit the camera there. And then you end up, and you don't necessarily want it everywhere, because you want to kind of give it the appearance of snow. Oh my gosh, you all, look at that. That's really cool. And then if you want to add some more of the crayon, you can add a little bit more. Make sure y'all can still see. Have it pop. That's really cool, really neat technique. But wouldn't these be beautiful little tags in a journal? Or you could make them corner tucks. You could put them on an envelope. I mean, so many different options with this. And you just layer till you're happy with how it looks. Add a little more pink. That's really fun. So I don't know if you've tried these. Let me know if you all use these. What do you think of them? So far, I'm liking them. I'm sure there's other ways to use them that I need to get familiar with. That's really cool. I like how it almost looks like, I don't know, a vintage postcard in a way. Let me know what you all think. I'm glad I got the big shot for these embossing folders, because they are a lot of fun, and I really just can't do embossing on my Cricut. And I think that just adds a fun extra detail to journals and to cards, for sure. Oh, I hope these translate on camera as good as they do in person. Maybe I'll try to post some pictures too. But there it is on the black. That sheen is just, I really like it. And then you can see the sheen on this one as well. That's really pretty. Well, I just thought I'd bring you along as I was playing around with some of my new stuff. Yeah, I've been really, I'm not trying to buy a lot, but when I see something at a really good price, a good discount, then I go for it. And what I have found this year, I've never really seen it before, and so I'm not sure really what's going on exactly, but a lot of the Tim Holtz stuff went on sale early, which that normally doesn't happen. So I don't know if people are buying less this year, cutting back on their crafts, or they're buying something different than Tim Holtz. Let me know what your all's thoughts on that are, because I was surprised to see so much of his stuff discounted so early. Because his stuff is, I mean, it's really good quality stuff. One of the other things I bought was his Christmas linen tape. And I'm probably going to buy some more because they're just so pretty. I've had some of the non-Christmas linen tapes and of his, and I like those as well. Yeah, I think the red, I like the pink highlights with it, but I think the red definitely pops more on the black. Oh, that's just really pretty. I don't know if the embossing could be a little bit better on this. I might run it through the embosser again. Well, I'll run it through when I add the tattered rose to it for sure. Ah, that's just really pretty. It's so pretty. Still on camera. Okay, good. Oops. All right. And let me show you the other colors that came in these packs. They're still available, and I think you could probably catch them on sale. Let me do a little bit more green, and then I'll... So like I said, in one pack, you get... In one pack, you get the fresh balsam, and you get the tart cranberry, and then you get the shiny bauble, I think. I'm probably going to get them mixed up. Does it say on here? But in one pack, you get 3 colors: Cocktail Party, Winter Frost, and then Merry Mint. So I think this is right. So I think you get Merry Mint, Cocktail Party, and Winter Frost, and then you get Shiny Bauble, Tart Cranberry, and Fresh Balsam in the other. I think that's how they come. But they're all really pretty colors. A little bit more green on this one. But they really are fun to play around with. I always, he has tons of other colors, and I don't know if they all have this pearlescent pigment or not, but these do. And I always was like, I don't quite get them. I don't know how to use them. And I saw him doing a video using them with embossed items, and I thought, well, that makes a whole lot of sense. So, all right, well, I will stop here for now, but gosh, if you want to check any of these out, here's the Tim Holtz. It's a Sizzix embossing folder, and I think you can still find it. And then these distress crayons. That's what I played around with today. And then I just had some craft cardstock and some black cardstock. That's what I played around with. And then this Distress Oxide Tattoo Rose. And then just one last thing to clean up your embossing folder when you rub the ink on there. Since it's all water based, you can just squirt it with water and then it'll come right up. All the ink is gone and it's as good as new. Like that. So, except for where I keep touching it with my fingers. All right, well, let me know what you all think of this, and I will see you all in the next video. Remember to hit the like button and leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. All right, guys, see you all in the next video.